this is what the market looks like. I don't run a record from outside because I don't know if people want to be recorded. And then inside the hall, there's more vendors. And here, people use baskets as purses, and it's amazing. Anyway, I will report back what we purchased. We just stopped at a lemonade stand. And it was so cute, and I just always try to buy things from kids in that situation. And they had cake pops for $3, so I bought it. We had a funny conversation I didn't record about what it was made of, because it tasted like half Play-Doh. It was that homemade Play-Doh flavor, but they're doing well at business. Their hype team is, if I had that hype team here when I had the yoga studio, I would have been amazing at business, but they weren't born. Anyway, see you after the market. We are leaving the market. It was small, but it's cute though. And the people there's a guy selling magic mushrooms, literally. More like microdose style. Like he caps them himself and he puts them in little bags and whatnot.
And he finds them himself.
He forages himself. Which, bless him for having the stamina. Because in order to get Amscara mushrooms, the red ones with the white dots on them that we see, I think they're called Amscara. I could be wrong. Anyway. In order to find those here, you have to go up. I only ever hiked there once when I lived here, and it was a long, arduous, half-day experience to go foraging with somebody there. Anyway, good on him. I bought this knife because we have a really lovely pottery butter dish that my aunt made, and it's beautiful, and $15, it was wonderful. Where are we going now?
IGA.
We're going to IGA to get coffee. Right, we ran out of coffee. When I'm at home, I'm very particular. I have organic coffee. I make sure there's collagen in it. I only have one. It's early in the morning. I drink a lot of water. I have lemon water. Here I'm doing the lemon water. The coffee is organic, but I'm having two. I don't know what it is about being away. I just always have two coffees. I don't know. It's just enjoyable. So we're going to do that. It is still the playoffs today. And so we're going to go to Grandma's again, which I'm sure you've already seen. I'm sure I've filmed there.
We also have to go to the bookstore.
And the bookstore to get another gift. I like getting Christmas gifts or just gifts in general from places like this, like things that are interesting that people aren't going to find elsewhere. So we'll go to Grandma's to watch the Leaf game and go to the bookstore to get a shirt. And that's the rest of the day. But it's beautiful. You can never tell because in the mornings it looks gloomy, but it's gorgeous. Imagine we didn't rent a car.
How could you do that?
You can't. We rented a car, obviously. You have to have a car if you're going to completely experience this place at your own will. You can take transit. There's one bus that runs the length of the highway.
I feel like they have a few more buses. It's just one route.
You have to wait for it to get back. If you miss it, you're screwed for like 2 hours.
That happened to me once. I had to drop off a rental car at an airport, and it was on the coast of Australia, and I had to get a bus to go back to town. I should have probably taken an Uber or something, but I was like, oh, I got the day ahead of me. I'm going to take the bus. I ended up going the wrong direction.
Oh no.
And I didn't realize it, but I met a dude. I can't even remember why he was there. He was a tour guide, and he was so nice. And there was an old lady, and it was really cool. I was immersed into this environment of people who live there. And so I randomly get off the bus because I'm like, when's the next one coming in the other direction? It was like an hour later it was coming in the other direction.
Oh no.
I just happened to get off at a bus stop that had like a pub, a gas station.
Oh, okay.
So I went and I had a beer and I waited for the bus to come.
I thought you were going to say, and then when I got on the next bus, that was actually the wrong direction. I was going the right direction the whole time.
Could you imagine?
I had a friend message me one day. She was trying to go to Toronto, and she was very stressed out morning, and I just kept texting her back just saying like, it's gonna be okay, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. And then I get this text of like, oh no, now I'm on the train going the wrong way. Like going to our house.
Oh, to Burlington.
Like super far end of Burlington. Yeah, it was funny. Anyway,
Wow.
found this amazing pop culture place of dreams.
You just hear that?
Our pizza's ready because it went. Did you?
Nintendo base.
There's also Street Fighter 2 back there. The counter back there looks like Tetris.
I'm sure it would be.
Good day.
Hello.
What day is it?
It's Thursday.
Thursday. We're near the end of our Sunshine Coast stay. I won't likely record much else because we're going to go visit Darren's friends for our last night that we don't get to see often, and they're quite good friends, so I won't be recording any of that. And then what's the point in recording on the way home, right? The boring airports. But anyway, we, near the beginning of our stay, meandered into a tattoo parlor that was in the little town that I lived in here, and we met Piotr. And he is apparently, what we found since then, what appears to be the most popular artist on the coast. And the friend that we visited with, my friend the other night, asked us if we booked super far in advance because she was like, wow, I haven't been able to get into him. And my other friend that we hung out with the first night here, she was like, oh, all of my work is done by him and it's really good. So we decided to get tattoos while we're here, as you do when you go places.
It's a simple line tattoo.
It is. It's adorable. But then all morning, the issue has been placement. Where do you put such random tattoos? And my issue is that if you follow me, you know I already have so many tattoos that I don't know where to put it. So
I have a few.
the cinema, I'm gonna film that for you guys on the way back because you can't see it from here, and the cinema is hilarious here, meaning it is so old school, it's shocking. And I saw one movie there 10 years ago, and the screen was 4 large screens that were attached in the center, but it was basically the same size as a 55-inch TV, and it was like, I don't know, it was not that huge, maybe like
That makes sense.
75 inches? I don't know. And the center was all faded out where the 4 screens were attached. It was, and then the person that does the tickets then runs to the concession and gets your snacks and then runs in and starts the movie. It's like a one-person idea. But, you know, when you live here and there's nothing to do, it's a big thing to go to the movies. So at the studio I owned, we just painted the entire wall white so that we could have movies there. And so we would just get all the bolsters and blankets out and make a movie night. And that was better than the theater and cheaper. Anyway, we will film what we can of the tattooing process, and
Yeah.
we'll show you what it looks like after.
At the end.
And now my brain is like, I'm spontaneous, but not. I want things, I need to know. Are we going to be able to get regular unscented soap? If so, fine, it's going to be a bar, but then we have to go to the dollar store and get one of those bar soap containers, and then we have to figure out how to wash this 3 times a day, every day, while traveling, unless there's second skin.
And if there's second skin, we don't have to worry about any of that.
So,
And
but
then we could also just raw dog it, not bother,
no,
and it'll be fine.
absolutely not.
It'll be okay.
That is a wound. I've been very particular about all my tattoos. I care for them meticulously until forgetting sunscreen every time. But anyway, this camera is very heavy on this arm. So I'll see you later.
Anyways.
Yeah, I mean, if it's way better, yeah, I think it's, yeah, I know. Just grab off that excess. And it's down south, good. Down south. You must have experienced something really cool.
Ready? Are you excited?
I'm trying to remember the last time I got a tattoo.
Really? What? That was the Bubs.
Yeah, when was that?
Not too long ago.
It's interesting getting one not on my arms or legs.
Oh yeah, that's right. You've done your limbs only.
I love this one though.
This is cool.
Just like
Which one? Your arm or
no, the bee.
the bee? Yeah, it's gonna be. And we're doing collar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Were you nervous? Just checking in here. How we doing?
Good.
Yeah, easy,
Simple.
simple.
Completely painless. Everyone should get neck tattoos.
All over your neck.
A whole swarm of bees.
You can get the beehive. That would be perfect.
The trip is done. It's done so. We are tired.
Oh, you have to get in at the time of story.
Oh my gosh. Good day. We are back in Toronto. It was a hairy landing, but we made it, which is good because we almost didn't even leave. Yesterday we went to Darren's friend's house and hung out with he and his wife and their kids, and it was awesome. It was awesome. They're just such awesome people, and they have an amazing black lab that does absolutely nothing except for eat everything.
Yeah.
It's a dog, like this dog doesn't even want to walk. It's amazing. Anyway, it was glorious, and we went to bed at midnight,
Probably 11.
11ish. I think the last time I looked at the clock it was like 11:30, and then we got up at 3:45 and got to the airport in plenty of time, and then we went to check our bags, and the lady said, you can't come on the plane because my driver's license and health card are expired. And you cannot fly with expired ID. And we didn't have passports because to go domestic just from one part of Canada to another, all you need is ID, just any ID. You don't need passports. So she called dude buddy who came over, and he said, can't get on the plane, sorry, you can't fly with this. And so
We're like, what? What do we do?
my whole thing was like, I get it. I wasn't mad at them, obviously. Like, I understand. But at the same time, this is the fault of the Toronto
Yeah, because
people.
they didn't expire while we were away. They were expired months ago.
Apparently they expired almost last year. But you don't get reminders anymore. I never once thought to check. I've just been going along, you
Driving
know?
all willy-nilly.
So,
But they basically said okay, and then someone in Toronto who let us go is probably in trouble.
yeah, they made a call and, well, a couple phone calls, and then finally they just said, yeah, you can go. Like, what am I going to do? I'm not in the province now where I could get it renewed.
And they don't take like PDFs or pictures.
Yeah, so even if I got it renewed and printed out a thing, they won't take that, and it's going to obviously get mailed to the address on the license, which would be Ontario. So I would have just had to get my friend who's watching my cat to FedEx me my passport, and at least we would have stayed at Darren's friend's place.
Yeah.
So
Could have had an extended vacation.
it wouldn't have been that bad, but it was definitely confusing and disappointing for a moment when we realized we might not make it. So what do you think of the Sunshine Coast?
Me?
Yes.
It was lovely. And it was, the forests are epic.
They are.
They are. And I get what you mean. The energy in the forests out west is way better than the energy here.
We are spoiled by BC. But
It was good to go,
it was.
but it's nice to be home where there's stuff. But like Vancouver, that was chaos as well.
Vancouver was madness. The first time when we landed, initially 2 weeks ago, there was a
Marathon.
BMO marathon?
Yeah,
A Bank of
BMO.
Montreal marathon around the city, and it was crazy. And just crazy. They closed all the main artery roads, which I'll never understand when they do things like that. And then on the way back, it was just crazy. It's crazier than, I don't know actually if it's crazier than Toronto.
But I feel like it would be nicer to live in downtown Vancouver than downtown Toronto, in that the nature is more preserved, and like, I don't know, Granville Island was super cool.
Yeah, Darren's friends lived on Granville, and it was gorgeous. It's just such a beautiful place. The climate there, obviously, people often don't like it because it rains a lot, but everything is so lush and the trees are so big, and it's just such a gorgeous place to live. And it's also madly expensive. So, I don't know. But I'm so excited to see the cat. I will preserve the battery to film that because she likes to put on a bit of a show when we get home. And we'll beg her for her forgiveness. But it's nice to be back. Hi, my bubbles! Hi, Doodoo. I heard her. She was going, meow, meow, like running to the top of the stairs. Come on!
Hey, Papa. She sounds like she's purring.
Big purrs. She just likes. She's so happy.
Alright.
Yay.
Bubble!
Hi.
That made you happy to see your bubble?
So happy. So if you thought this was entertaining at all, please give it a like, and please subscribe. It is totally free for you and hugely supportive for me. So please hit subscribe, and I will see ya in the next one. Bye, guys.